This video is for February 28th. Welcome to YesToHellWith.com. For those of you who have the SOU for You package and you want to attend the Sunday call for using the Liberty Dialogues with ChatGPT or AI, please send me an email at info@YesToHellWith.com so I can verify your purchase of the SOU for You package and send you the credentials for the call. These calls are very, very insightful. Now let's continue and end the series on legal fictions. Legal fictions, as I said earlier, live on plane B. If you confuse plane A with plane B, you get trapped in outrage. And outrage prevents analysis. So let's look at how legal fictions connect to presumptions. And now we enter the Liberty Dialogues battlefield. A legal fiction becomes dangerous when it combines with presumption, because presumption is the bridge between allegation and enforcement. Presumption allows the system to move forward unless challenged correctly. And this is where many people fail. They argue the wrong thing. They argue, I'm not a fiction, I'm real. This is contemptible. But the system is not asking whether you are metaphysically real. It is asking if you are within the statutory classification for this purpose. So the correct posture is to identify the classification asserted, identify the definition that allegedly captures you, identify the nexus that allegedly attaches jurisdiction, and rebut it with precision. Now let's look at why angst becomes problematic for us. This is the hard truth. If someone cannot move beyond offense, they become strategically useless to themselves because their emotions keep them stuck at the surface. They keep fighting the idea of fiction rather than the attachment of fiction. In Liberty Dialogues terms, they fight narrative while the system operates by procedure, and procedure does not respond to indignation. Enforcement in legal venues and how fiction becomes real, in effect, is what is important to consider. Let's talk about enforcement. Courts and agencies enforce outcomes based upon what the forum accepts as operative. That means a fiction does not need to be true in nature. It needs to be accepted in procedure. Once the forum accepts that you are a respondent, a taxpayer, a licensee, or an employer, you are within this regulated class. Then the system can issue effects, in essence, orders, judgments, liens, penalties, forfeitures, restrictions, and compliance mechanisms. And to the person, to you, it feels like they turned a fiction into reality. But the correct understanding is this: they used procedure to produce enforceable outcomes. Now let's note the Liberty Dialogues practical lesson. Do not attack the existence of fiction. Attack the attachment. The Liberty Dialogues are not built on yelling, fictions are evil. The Liberty Dialogues are built upon questions. Where did it attach? By what definition? Through what conduct or nexus? Under what jurisdiction? Was the presumption properly raised? Was the burden shifted? Was it rebutted? That's why the Liberty Dialogues series is so beneficial to us and problematic to the system. The Liberty Dialogues series does not scream, it dissects. Now, to close this, let's do a mindset shift. Let's do a heart set shift. Here is the shift that we must make. Let's stop reacting as if the legal fiction is an insult to our humanity and start treating it like it is what it is, a legal mechanism used to classify and administer. Then ask the Liberty Dialogues questions. Because your natural reality is not on trial. Attachment is. And if we can learn to separate who we are from what the forum is treating us for a limited purpose, we can finally stop being trapped within anger and start operating in strategy. That is how we move from outrage to leverage. That is education, and that is the power of the Liberty Dialogues framework. And as always, may truth reign supreme.